welcome to TVP News.
We will be talking about Bowling Green University,
Anderson University,
the survey on colleges,
the art project with Mrs. Rail,
and the fall sport wrap-up. And now for Bowling Green University.
Today we're here with Mrs. Munger, interviewing her with the Bowling Green State University. Where is BGSU State located?
Bowling Green is located in Ohio. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours east of here. It's south of Toledo.
Okay. Why did you choose to go to Bowling Green?
I chose to go to Bowling Green because my mother would really hate for me to tell more people this, but because of the color orange is my favorite color, and so that was one of the reasons why I chose to go there. And originally I was an athletic training major, and they were one of the only schools in Ohio that was an accredited athletic training university. And then once I came to my senses and realized I didn't want to be an athletic trainer anymore and wanted to be an educator, then it actually worked out because BG is one of the top education schools in the nation.
What is the mascot for Bowling Green?
Bowling Green mascot is the Falcons. Freddie and Frida are their names, and they're brother and sister, not dating or anything.
I heard you and a few students from your class went to Bowling Green on Saturday. What is the difference from when you went to college to now?
There were a lot of differences when I went to visit. It would have been 5 years since I graduated. Mr. Field actually went with us too, and he's an alumni of Bowling Green. But when I was there, the whole where I lived, my dorm room, it was all changed. They have a Dunkin' Donuts now and a Starbucks. There was just a ton of differences. I was the last class to graduate from a certain arena. Now it's this big, giant gymnasium where everybody graduates. So there's a ton of changes, and it's still happening. It's really cool.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm here with Morgan Forker, who went on the BGSU trip with Mrs. Munger and Mr. Field. Was this your first time going to BGSU?
Yes,
What did you like best about BGSU?
the volleyball game and the overall campus.
Alright. What did you want to go to BGSU for college?
Yes, because I liked the dorms and the classrooms.
Alright, thank you very much. Hello, I'm here with Heath Griggs, who went on the BGSU trip with Mrs. Munger and Mr. Field. Was this your first time going to BGSU?
Yes, it was.
What did you like best about BGSU?
Probably the volleyball game.
And what did you guys do when you were there?
We stayed at the student union for a little bit. Then we went on a tour. Then we went into the back of where the hockey players hang out before a game, and then we went to a volleyball game.
Alright, thank you very much. Hello, I'm here with Jared McKean, who went on the BGSU trip with Mrs. Munger and Mr. Field. Was this your first time going to BGSU?
Yes, it was.
What did you like best about BGSU?
It's a vibrant campus. It's covered in squirrels. I really like squirrels, and everyone's very nice there. And the dorms are nice size.
Alright. Do you want to go to BGSU when you grow up to go to college?
Yes, me and my friend Hudson went on that trip together, and we both really liked the college, so I went over to his house one weekend and we were looking at what the college offered. So yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's it for Bowling Green University. And now for Anderson University.
I'm here with Mr. Fields. He chose Anderson as his college for NE, and I'm going to ask him a few questions.
Sounds good.
Did you attend Anderson?
I did not attend Anderson, no.
Where did you attend?
I attended Manchester University.
Why did you choose Anderson as your college?
I know some people that went to Anderson, and then Anderson was in Manchester's sports conference. So we played Anderson when I played them in soccer. So I knew of Anderson, and I knew a little bit about Anderson.
What do you know about Anderson?
I know they're about an hour and 45 minutes south of here, near Indianapolis. They have a really good school of education and a school of business, and they normally have about 2,500 students at any given time, so it's not a huge campus like IU or Purdue would be, but it's also not really small like, say, Manchester, for example.
What activities or sports did you do while you were in college?
A lot of my activities were biology and science-based. I did a lot of lab work with my science classes, and I also played soccer, and I worked in the library when I was there.
What was your favorite thing about college?
But when I got there, it was definitely kind of the freedom to start living more as a grown-up, because you don't have your parents there all the time, And then I really enjoyed being around a group of my peers that all enjoyed science. You know, we moved through all our science classes together, so we got to discuss all of the things that we really like to study.
Thanks, Ian. Now for the college survey from Nora and JC. And now for Mrs. Rail's art project.
My name is Jackson. I'm Wes. And we're going to be interviewing Miss Rail.
Rail.
Alright, we're going to be asking you 6 questions. 3 from me, 3 from Wes. My first one is, which art project is your favorite out of the whole year?
The whole year? Oh my gosh. It would have to be clay.
Clay?
And this would fall in second.
Wow, they're nice. What influenced you to be an art teacher?
Everybody told me I was a teacher, and so it progressed from there.
How long does it take to make a mask?
What kind of, one of these masks?
One of those, or yeah.
These masks, we did those first. Some kids, they took quite a bit of time, and some kids got them done quicker. You could probably whip one out in about 3 hours, but so I would say, 3-4 days.
Okay.
How long have you been an art teacher?
How long have I been an art teacher? 10 years.
Oh, dang.
5 years here.
Where are you most skilled at in art?
I'm a painter, mural painter.
Yep.
I love painting.
Can you tell us a little bit about these projects on the wall?
These are inspired from Pablo Picasso. We studied 3 different time periods in his life. He is a very prolific painter. He started out very young. He followed circuses and he did some work called the Blue and Rose period.
Yeah.
Then he went on to modernism and then he went on to cubism. And so these are a combination of all of them. Like this, let me find one. This one would be the modern, or the rose and blue period, even though the colors aren't the same, they look kind of like a clown, and so he followed those. But a lot of the students that took those ideas and went and did their own thing. Like this girl, she did Disney. Up there we have the Batman. Up above, it's that Some Horror Story. Over here is Nightmare Before Christmas. SpongeBob. They just had fun. Here's Lion King.
They look good.
Yeah, they're really neat. It's done with oil pastel, and it's a creamier color than using just crayon, and so you get that nice blending technique.
Yeah, like.
Isn't that nice? That's pretty cool. You might want to get a close-up on some of these. It's really looking at the blending. And here, this is really beautiful. She used 3 different colors of the teal. She used a really light, then she used a dark one, then she put white in it, and to get some really good blending of that. This is spectacular, the craftsmanship on this, because oil pastel is so messy. To get those beautiful defined lines is really hard. Generally end up getting some smudges, but still they worked hard. We had to do a practice sheet before they could go on to this. So.
They all look good.
Yeah, they're nice. Nice job. This one has nice blending.
Thank you for your time.
And thank you for asking. Yep. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Up next, the fall sport wrap.
Football. Over fall break, the ENMS Knights traveled to Carroll Middle School to take on the Carroll Chargers. The 7th grade was outmatched due to injuries and fell by a score of 36-0. They will play at Belmont on Tuesday evening. The 8th grade team fought back and forth with the Chargers, but fell in overtime after storming back from a 20-12 difficult. Later in the 4th quarter, quarterback Bailey Parker threw 4 TDs, 3 of them to Hayden Jones and 1 to Gage Ernsberger. While Charles Miller recorded 3 sacks for the Knights defensively, the 8th grade team takes on New Haven at home on Monday evening at 5 p.m. Now on to Nick.
I'm coming. Heyo. 8th grade blue volleyball has been very busy playing hard the past few weeks. Versus Harding, 8th grade won in 2 games, 25-7, 25-8. Lots of good serving helped with the when Delaney Norman served a perfect 13 for 13, while Danny Janquay was 10 for 11, and Riley Kripe added 7 for 8 for the win. Versus Carroll, 8th grade, Blue put up a a great struggle against the Chargers, but lost in 3 games, 12-25, 25-13, 9-15. Olivia Wetzel served 10 for 13, adding 8 points, and Raul Kripe went 7 for 8, with 6 points. Lady Knights played hard all 3 games. Here's a cross-country report. Anna Becker, 12:26. Marita Marley, 12:26. Emma Larson, 13:36. Hannah Payne, 13:36. Kendall Meyer, 13:52. Ashton Jordan, 13:54. Kaylee Steer, 14:53. Girls got 10 out of 11 teams. Now the drink.
Here are the boys' times. Austin Lee, 10:52. Noah Ringu, 11:17. Lucas Diem, 11:19. Kyler Corbin, 11:50. Tyler Siston, 11:54. Chandler Ergering, 11:56. Ben Hand, 12:23. And the boys got 7th out of 11 teams.
Last but not least, Mr. Wolf's recycling project.
Hi, I'm Lauren, and this is Mr. Wolf, who teaches 8th grade health class.
Hi, Lauren.
First question is, how did you get this idea for the recycling project?
In eighth grade health, we study many issues, and one of the issues we talk about is environmental health. In our environment is anything around us. And in our environment, there's pesticides, there's herbicides, there's things that contaminate the air and contaminate the land and water, and those things can make us sick. We have trash cans and recycling bins, but for some reason in America we talk about throwing away trash, but we don't talk about waste management. Waste management is taking things like plastic bottles and aluminum cans and recycling so they can be used again. Students or anyone can get on the internet and they can find recycling projects for plastic bottles, tin cans, even wooden pallets. This student here took a wooden pallet and took a Sawzall and cut it up and turned it into like a magazine rack to put on the wall. And as you can view here, there's many different things you can do with milk jugs, pop cans.
Were you glad that this project was a success?
Yes, very, very, very pleased with it in that the kids learned about waste management. The big thing that the students found out that's very scary is we throw trash away and then we walk away from it. It's like out of sight, out of mind. Well, that trash winds up going into a landfill. In New York City, there's 5.5 million people that throw trash away each day. And there's so many people throwing trash away, that trash is trucked and trained to South Carolina, Pennsylvania, Ohio. And that's just New York City. There's other cities that are doing the same thing, and the landfills are filling up, and in 10 years, we don't know what we're going to do with all this trash. And one of the problems right now is plastic. Plastic bottles, bags, milk jugs, pop cans, water cans. They're not biodegradable, and we're only recycling like 2 out of every 10, and that goes to a landfill. Plus, there's other countries that are throwing things in the ocean. And now we have plastic oceans. You can't go anywhere in the world without some type of plastic, a hairbrush, a toothbrush, a plastic bag or bottle washing up on shore. So it's very, very important that the students and their families and everyone becomes aware of waste management, just not throwing trash away.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more next week.